Up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Trained by Kurama? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. And yeah, before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And turns out I still have that headache. I don't know why. I have gotten it checked. The doctor gave me a few bits of medicine here and there. Everything will be fine after a long night rest or so, he told me, at least. Anyways, thank you for the kind comments in the comment section. It really means a lot to me. Love you guys, and keep on the comments coming in about your ideas. I will go back to making short movies and movies soon, I promise, once I'm done recovering. Anyways, until then, enjoy today's story. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 2 weeks after the Kyuubi attack, as we go towards the village in front of an orphanage where we see Hiruzen Sarutobi, the reinstated Hokage of the said village that was attacked 2 weeks ago by Kyuubi no Yoko, and in which his successor Minato Namikaze died, was standing in front of a gate of an orphanage, and in front of him was his old friend Haruko, as the old matriarch of the orphanage looked down at Hiruzen with pitiful eyes, and mainly the kid that he was holding. So this is the boy? Yes, we need to talk in private about the boy. I know he is the Jinchuriki, Hiruzen. Oh, you figured it out, huh? Of course. Not like you can hide anything from me. And village has its own sets of ears, Hiruzen. What happens in the council is spread more widely across the village than you ever think, trying to keep it a secret. I need to keep the council in check then. Of course you should. Anyways, come inside my office, as both of them went inside and sat down. So what can I do for you, Hiruzen? Especially regarding your, problem that you brought here. Don't say it like that. The kid is not a problem. Are you insane? The kid is going to be a problem. Not for me, but for the other kids. Because of him, the civilian or the mobs that are going to form because of their hatred against the Kyuubi, they might target the other kids as well, Hiruzen, and even burn down the orphanage for just fostering him here. I'm not a heartless woman. I know. And I guess you do know, aside from being Jinchuriki, whose son he is. Unfortunately, that is the only news that got leaked out. He is Minato and Kushina's son. As Haruko's eyes widen, are you insane? Are you telling me that Minato-kun used his own son to seal the Biju? What choice did he have? Whose child he was going to ask for? And what kind of parent would he be if he couldn't do it and asked for someone else's child to be burdened with such a great... I know. It all makes sense now. As Haruko, holding the child now, looked at him. Since she was the one, when she was young, she raised Minato in the same orphanage. As she then said, he resembles his father and mother, both Kushina-chan and Minato-kun. I will take him in, Hiruzen. But you must make sure that he is well protected, and the orphanages as well. Because if the news that is spreading leaks out that who is exactly the Jinchuriki, then there will be a lot of trouble. I need to check about the leak in the council first, and after that, just to ease you up, I will assign you an Anbu squadron that will watch over the whole, children as well as the whole facility. Is that okay with you? I am fine with that. I just can't believe that this is all happening. Minato is dead, and his son, he is the new Jinchuriki. Yes, unfortunately he is. While the elders were talking amongst themselves about the precautions that they were going to take if they were going to let Naruto raise in the same orphanage that his father was raised in under the name of his mother, the Uzumaki clan name, we go towards the mindscape where we see the Kyuubi was seething once more. Damn it! After hundreds of years being sealed within 2 Uzumaki Jinchurikis, I am within the third one. Me, the Kyuubi no Yoko. What a pathetic joke. I had the freedom, but no, I had to get my hatred in the way, and thanks to it, I now pay the price. Being again in the seal, I had the perfect opportunity to get away. Damn it! I hate these flashbacks. I'm gonna find a way to crush this puny mind and get out of here in no time. As the QB was raging and continuing on, we see a bright appear inside the seal, a bright light. As from it, a figure appeared wearing white robes and floating with a staff in its hand. As QB's glare turned into white eyes, and then normal. Father, what are you doing here? I am disappointed in you, Kurama. This world has corrupted you so much that you hate it. As Kurama's eyes narrowed, you don't even know what I went through, what my other siblings went through. We are all treated as weapons, properties. We were supposed to be sentient beings, you said. We were supposed to be their allies, teach them and guide them, you said. Not like this, Father. We are now their weapons. The kid that you are sealed inside of is going to be the bridge. What? What do you mean? Is he the... Yes, Kurama. And what I saw is quite gravely disturbing. If I wouldn't have not come. What do you mean? As the images were shown, Naruto getting beaten, stabbed, and not only that, Madara returning with full force, and the Jubi awakening. These flashes that I saw. But wait, where is the kid? You saw him getting beaten, and then he was fatally killed. The world, the Bijus, everyone dies. Kaguya takes them all back, the chakra back. To prevent that from happening, to save and preserve life in itself, you have to train him. You have to raise him. You have to cooperate here, Kurama. Can I really trust him? Give him a chance, son. He is not chosen by me. He is chosen by Kami, Yami, and Shinigami as a child of prophecy to save you all. What makes you think that they will choose some random person who they have not seen a heart of gold in? If you raise him rightly, Naruto will be the person that you think a human should be. I'll think about it. I request you, son. Please. No, I beg of you. You don't have to beg, father, said Kurama with wide eyes. I will do it. Thank you, son. Here, as Kurama watched in fascination as the sun seal appeared in his father's palm. Place your hand here, Kurama. As Kurama did, as the seal transferred to him. Pass on this seal when Naruto is ready, and he will have Asura's side of power. You're giving him Asura Nisan's power? Yes, he deserves it. He is his reincarnation after all. As Kyuubi's eyes widened, realizing finally that Indra was also reborn, then that means that, yes, the moon seal is also here. And I was hoping that I could pass it on to Indra's reincarnation, but Indra was never reborn. What? How can that be? I don't know. Indra was never reborn, and that is why I am passing this down to you as well. Alongside the power of the Rinnegan, Naruto will awaken it, but due to him lacking the Sharingan, it will only awaken in one of two eyes. I see. It will not be as effective as the two-eyed Rinnegan, but it will be quite effective. Yes. Now I must leave. I don't have much time here, Kurama. Remember, he is the bridge, and as you mold him, so shall he be molded into. I understand. It is a heavy responsibility, but I will do it. As after that, the sage disappeared, and Kurama now had new worries to worry about. First of all, he had to cooperate with an infant child who he was now going to raise. As he was panicking, we see within the seal two figures appeared, or more like their souls did. We kind of heard everything. Kurama-san, was it? You don't get to say that name, Minato, Namikaze. Listen, QB, said Kushina. I know we had our differences and all. I didn't try to understand you, and yet you treated me badly as well, sealing me away, nailing me to a rock over a bunch of lava. What a perfect seal you had, Kushina. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was taught that you were a monster. You had destroyed Uchiha alongside the other villages. That was bullshit, okay? I was sealed inside Mito. at the time. Okay, I might have heard exaggerated stories and all that, but still, I never knew, and you never tried to cooperate as well, because I have seen enough of you humans that I stopped bothering to. Listen, we kind of heard everything. We have left a part of our souls inside, and somehow our souls are bound here within the seal. So, what we're trying to say is, as his parents, we allow you to train him and raise him. Because unfortunately, we can't interact after the seal is open. We can only watch. And I can only be the one who can be moderator between you and your son. Yes. Seems like fate has a different ways of paying you back, huh? I'm sorry, okay? I am as well, said Minato. Fine. Since your child is going to be raised by me, we are going to set some rules. And once he comes of age, I will implement them. So let us discuss. As now we see, inside the seal, the discussion of their own was going on between the souls of the parents and the Kyuubi no Yoko, with the powers that was handed down to him. And on the other side, Naruto's life began in the orphanage. As now we see, peacefully 5 years went by, and nobody was aware of Naruto's identity. To the eye of the world, he was just Naruto, a kind-hearted boy who helped out a lot of the civilians nearby, and a lot of the elders liked him as well, to the point they adored him and even gave him a lot of stuff for the orphanage, just because of him. And when the news got leaked out that Naruto is the Jinchuriki, people, instead of hating him, decided that it was really Naruto, because an old man told them to stop, because they were going to act, and the act that they might have regretted. As now we go to the day the news broke out, as Naruto was at his, home, as he called it, helping out the other kids, and his bachan Haruko, as a meeting was being held in the night time on October 10th. Are you serious? That kid, he can't be Jinchuriki. I mean, the news must have been wrong, said an old lady. I mean, that kid is a nice soul, and he helps out a lot in the neighborhood. I'm not sure if the kid really is the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko, or is the Kyuubi's reincarnate, as the shinobi then said. I know, it's tough to believe. Our little Naruto is the Jinchuriki. Then again, Jinchuriki does mean that he is a human sacrifice, who is responsible to jail the Kyuubi, not become one. I mean, we are taught that if we steal a kunai inside a sealing scroll, the scroll doesn't become a kunai, so I think that what we are really seeing is Naruto. As an old man then said, Naruto has helped me out a lot in the shop, and if you're going to go and hurt him or hunt him down, you gotta go through me first. Cause I'm as damn as hell sure that kid is innocent, and I'll butcher you all down if you ever try to even lay a hand on him, said Hanma Yojiro, an old man whose origins were unknown, and he was living right next to, the orphanage, owning a shop that was noodle shop that Naruto somewhat liked and helped him out a lot as well. Well, Yojiro-san, we won't bother you or Naruto, we promise that. But it's just that it was shocking that the news was revealed. Who revealed the news? And where did it come from? As everyone's eyes widened when Yojiro asked this question. Now that you say it, we don't know. Could be a false source. You need to find the source first, who spreaded this news out. And now because of Yojiro, another hunt began from the same neighborhood, who were thinking of just going and attacking Naruto to let out their rage. And because of Naruto's kindness, the people were now gathering around to protect him instead of hurting him. And just like that, we see Naruto reach at the age of 8 and was also now beginning to go to the academy. As after filling out the form and getting a, paper on which all the essentials were written down, Naruto was hopping back to the orphanage. As he was taught by Hanma. Listen kid, where are you coming from? Oh, I got assigned to the Shinobi Academy today. I'm gonna be a shinobi one day and hopefully a Kage, Yojiro-san. Huh. Nice to know, kid. Be careful, okay? As Naruto went inside, we see Yojiro's eyes narrowed, as he moved swiftly and grabbed one person by the face with his huge hand, as his face turned demonic. What is it? Why are you following a damn kid? Anbu? as the Anbu had a blank mask, as Yojiro crushed his fist, as the head exploded to the wall. Still got it, huh? As that is when we see he saw a figure standing behind him with a frown on his face. You said that you won't cause any trouble, Yojiro Hanma. We allowed you to reside inside of our village and this is what you do? Why is your root Anbu's on a kid who is only 6 and was returning after getting, admitted into the Shinobi Academy? Naruto? Yes, Hiruzen. If anything, your shinobi system is flawed here. You can't even find out your own shinobis who are loyal or not. I'm single-mindedly thinking that I should destroy this village and take the kid for myself. And trust me when I say this, said Yojiro, as his demonic face activated and his body and muscles were now fully intimidating as he towered over Hiruzen and most of the Anbus. I will make what the QB did looks like child play if it ever comes to that. The people here needs to realize that the kid is just a kid. And as you say, once you seal a kunai inside a scroll, it doesn't become a kunai. It just stays the damn scroll. So let the kid have a break. As Yojiro was about to walk away, we see Hiruzen said, "Why are you so hell-bent on protecting Naruto? What is he to you?" What is he to me? I guess he shows me that I am human. Something that I hate or hated to admit. And yet I forgot how it felt to be one. So that is why I must protect this side of me, I guess. Or otherwise the old Yojiro will be back. And trust me when I say this, if it ever comes to physical training, I will train the kid to be like me one day. Much more stronger than me, with all your shinobi shenanigans and all that, said Yojiro with a smile before leaving. As he was inside, well, we need to have a talk then. As now we see Hiruzen called in his office the elders. What is it that you wanted to discuss? You picked a fight with the wrong man, Danzo. Your root Anbu was killed today. What? By whom? Who do you think? Yojiro Hanma. Hanma? Said Homura with shock. What does he want? I thought that he, after this third grade shinobi war subsided, he didn't want any of the action. He just retired down to settle down, as we ordered him to. Well, he says that Naruto reminds him of his humanity, and targeting him will be like targeting Hanma. So you better back off, Danzo. But he is the village property. How can Hanma have, some sort of attachment to it? He is just nothing more than a jinchuriki. You've forgotten who he is, Danzo. Remind him again, Koharu, who his father and mother is. Someone who were loyal to this village, and not only loyal, has sacrificed their lives to protect everyone as we all stand here and prosper here today, all those years ago. So, if you're gonna say their name, say with respect, and add to the kid, who has a huge burden that he carries. As we see a stare-off begin between the elders, mainly Danzo and Hiruzen, as Koharu then said, knock it off, you two. We get it, Hiruzen. It was a dumb choice of Danzo. We'll make sure that this doesn't happen anymore. And you make sure that Hanma doesn't cross the line, because we all know that if he crosses, he has promised, Koharu, that what the QB did, he'll make it look like the child's play. He's fed up with the village and all their bigotry. We see. As this was quite heavy because they knew what kind of monster he was and what kind of damage that he caused. He was even able to defeat one-tailed Shikaku from Sunagakure when they attacked Konoha, all on his own with nothing more than brute strength, while only getting a few minor injuries and having a huge demonic smirk on his face that even sent chills down the allies and the enemies alike. He was a pure brute monster, and if he were to trade Naruto, the world was not ready to have two Yojiro Hanmas in their own right. But that was too late because the gear inside Yojiro's head were already turning. He knew he didn't have much time left in this world because he was going to die out soon because of his old age. He has to pass down his talents, and he was itching to pass it down to Naruto, the only person who he knew was worthy enough to be possibly able to hold a candle to him and use all these talents. As now we see Naruto inside his room was having a meeting of his own in private. As he went inside his mindscape, "Hey Kurama, I'm back. I got admitted to the Shinobi Academy as you told me." "Great kid. Now, as I told you, meditate and try to unlock your chakra. You have to tap into it." I tried a lot. I just can't seem to do it. I don't know why," said Naruto, as he was thinking hard and had a frown. As Kyuubi, who has gotten way too much attached to the kid and somewhat protective, wrapped the tail around Naruto in a comforting manner as he laid down in a resting position. "Listen to me, kid. Take a deep breath, calm down, and you'll do it just fine. You don't have to worry about anything," as Naruto said, as his father told him, and Naruto was able to concentrate, and this time he was now engulfed in chakra, as the chakra was so potent that even his bed had cracks. But that is when we see Haruko, who was also a genin who retired after one mission, knowing the feeling of chakra being unlocked, rushed towards Naruto's room. As she, bursting through the door, broke Naruto's concentration as Naruto opened up. "Naruto, I told you not to do any of that stuff inside your bedroom. If you had to do it in the backyard. But I don't want to hurt anyone. I just thought that maybe if I did this here, then everyone would be safe. Look around your room. You caused a lot of mess, young man. You better clean that up after it being done now. Jeez, what am I gonna do with you? You're such a nice boy, and now all you do is just cause stuff to damage. I'm sorry, Bachan. I promise I'll fix this." "Alright. I'm sorry for lashing out, okay? Just be careful and tell me stuff before you do anything," said Haruko in a motherly tone before leaving. As Naruto then said, "Almost got busted, damn it." As after that we see Naruto's life begin to move forward as he began to go to the academy. While he had unlocked chakra and was learning a few of the ninjutsu from Kurama, he lagged in the physical department, as all the mock battle that he had, even in the first year, he had failed most of them. As now we see Naruto slumped down in the noodle shop of none other than Yojiro himself, as he then said, "I don't get it. What am I doing wrong?" "What do you mean, kid? Why you have so much bandages now, Naruto, on your face?" "Well, I got myself beaten again in the mock battles and got myself pretty much hurt." "Again? Really? You gotta pick up your physical game, Naruto, otherwise you might be left behind in dust." "Don't I know that? I just wish that someone would teach me. I mean, I tried to, tell this to Sensei that I don't get it, but he just ignores my question and answer altogether and just move forward. It's quite hard, "What? Since how long this has been going on? From the beginning?" "Don't tell me from the beginning." "Yes. You know what, kid? From tomorrow onwards, I will train you in the physical department, and I promise you this much. If you are able to keep up with my training, you will beat each and every one of those punks in there." Really?" "Yes. Really." As after that, Naruto enthusiastically agreed to the hellish training, as he did absorb everything that Yojiro taught him. Even if those techniques were extreme, he learned everything and absorbed everything like a sponge, and even was able to keep up with Yojiro for 1 minute, as Naruto would end up being panting heavily and on the ground, exhausted. "How do you are still standing there and not out of breath after all that?" "I am training you, Naruto. I must have trained a lot of years before I got to this point, remember?" "You're right about that, Sensei." "What did you say?" "Sensei. Since you're teaching me, it's appropriate to call you my sensei, I guess. Isn't it?" "I guess it has a nice ring to it." As this was also affecting Naruto on the academy, as he was now beating up and keeping up with the other kids who were from the clans. As now we see years begin to pass by, and by the year Naruto reached at the age of 13 and was close to graduation, we see that Naruto was able to keep head to head with Yojiro himself after years worth of training and having some bit of scars on his body, as both of them were standing in front of huge logs that they had placed in the backyard, as they were in a meditative state, and then opening their eyes with a swift punch, they punched the log, turning it into splinter, using the force in themselves, extracting it from very earth all the way from their heels, and letting it out through one single punch was quite a big deed. It could even damage muscles, but because of Naruto's training through with Yojiro, they were able to do it. As the tree that was there turned into tiny splinters, as Naruto then said, "Yes, I did it! Great job, Naruto. Great job. Now how about you go to the, academy and get that headband of yours? You better do, or otherwise you might have to, you know, do what you said if you lose the bet. I promise I will win this bet. You just watch, old man." As Naruto left, after saying thank you, as now we see Yojiro's smile dropped, as he then said, "Get out of here, Hiruzen. I told you, I'm gonna train the boy." "Why? I told you, Yojiro, that I will make sure that nothing happens, and yet you break the pact. Why?" As that is when we see the elders arrive there as well. "You broke the code, Yojiro. You know what the price is, right?" Say that to your Jonins who haven't been teaching him. Naruto was lacking the physical strength. I passed him down that. And it must be a good point to you all, is it not? We wanted a jinchuriki whom we have control somewhat over, not a wild beast like you. Then it is a damn good thing that it turned him into a wild beast that you can't control, Tanzo. Because if you were able to, this village would have been doomed already without me even lifting one finger. As all of them now felt his killer intent, as his gaze moved towards Hiruzen. "Listen to me, Hiruzen. I did this because I saw potential in Naruto, and Naruto has absorbed everything like sponge. He's much more stronger than I am now. I mean, look at what he did. We saw. He is more stronger than you. The force he had in that punch, even if you at your prime." Me at my prime? Well, no. I guess me in my early 60s or so. Yeah, I guess so. Naruto might have given me tough competition, but prime, no. Naruto's still not there yet. He's still growing, and he will reach at that point in life. But because of his good nature and humanity within him, he will not become like me. But don't think for a moment that you can manipulate him and just get away with it. Because as long as I breathe, I won't allow it. And the kid is not dumb as you all think he is. If anything, he's a genius. We'll make sure that we remember this. Of course you should, Danzo. Because if you cross me or Naruto once more, I'll personally come and break your neck and end your pathetic route, even if it's the last thing I do. As the threat and the warning clear, all of them left, as Yojiro returned back to his normal life, knowing that he didn't have much left in him. Not much time, not much strength. But one thing was for sure, he was happy that he passed down his legacy to one worthy, son figure to him. As now we see, Naruto's life began in the Shinobi Academy as he's got his headband, and because of the people's support for him, Naruto began to grow and also became a prodigy in his own right in Team 7. He was able to not only guide Sasuke but help him out in the time of need, as well as Sakura, making the Team 7 functional so well that both Sasuke and Sakura saw Naruto as a team leader, and even Kakashi was impressed by him, even though his end goal because of the civilian side pressuring him to train the Uchiha-sama, which was Sasuke, the last remaining Uchiha. It became evident that he had to train the whole Team 7 because they worked so well, and that even went as far as because they became the heroes of the Land of Waves, and Naruto, under Naruto's guidance, they were able to evade Orochimaru and get him arrested, and the whole fiasco about the Suna was revealed in early on, without the Kage being dead or any Konoha crush beginning, since Naruto and the others were able to alert the Anbus, and Orochimaru got himself arrested. And not only that, they became heroes of Konoha and they earned themselves the title of Chunin. While this was going on, the Akatsuki members watched this from afar, Itachi and Kisame Hoshigaki, as Itachi had a faint smile on his face, unknown to his partner, because he was happy and proud to see that his baby brother was growing much more than hatred, with the bond that he has formed with Naruto, who he looked up at as a brother figure now, instead of all the hatred that had consumed him. As now we see, Kisame then said, "The Jinchuriki is strong. What are we gonna do about him, Itachi? When the time comes, we will think of a plan. But as of now, our only mission is to just to the recon mission and see just what the Jinchuriki holds and what sort of threat he might possess to us when we begin our attack. I mean, all we have seen is that he's quite a genius and the team leader here. This will be tough, but if we all attack together, it might not be tough. Cornering the kid, dragging him back, it might be easy. You're right about that. Or they could continue to assess him and talk more. They saw that a Jonin was approaching them. Let's get out of here, Kisame. You're right. As both of them disappeared. And on the other side we see the Jonin turned out to be Jiraiya. I guess they're making their moves, huh? And Hiruzen was informed about the Akatsuki. And once Yojiro found out about this, well, he went on a manhunt. And let's just say, most of the Akatsuki were wiped out of the face of the earth. Only ones who survived were Itachi himself, alongside Kisame, and none other than Zetsu and Tobi. The rest, they were dead alongside with Yojiro Hanma, blowing up the whole Amegakure. Now that the four of the Akatsuki members came together, they only had one goal: to call an all-out attack against the Jinchurikis. One by one, each of the Jinchuriki wound up dead, and Naruto's life became more vital. And they all blamed Yojiro for that. But Naruto, after finding out about all this, was sad that he has lost his, sensei. And he would do anything to repay his deed, or what he did to save him. And that was to save the other Bijus. Because not only his sensei, his brother figure, which was now Kurama, was also sad. We must rescue them. Can't we? Of course, Naruto. I was hoping that this day never came, but it did. Show me your palms, Naruto. As Naruto did, as Kurama transferred some sort of chakra through Naruto, as Naruto felt huge pain until he felt huge surge of power. As in both palms were Sun and Moon Seal, as one of Naruto's eyes turned into Rinnegan. As Naruto then sensed out the chakra of the whole living things that existed in the whole elemental nations and world. As Naruto tracked down the four that was discussing something. I see them. I know where they are. Good. Fist bump. Remember, we're going to go into that state. Alright. We trained Naruto, as Naruto did, as he was engulfed in the golden chakra, as Naruto in a huge Kyuubi avatar now was charging towards them. As after arriving there, we see Naruto launched an all-out attack, and the Akatsuki members were taken out one by one. And in the end, nobody was left alive. But the killing, it was done by Kyuubi, not by Naruto. Kyuubi had found a way that Naruto was innocent and should not be forced to kill. It was he who decided to kill. And after doing so, we see Tobi before dying was laughing. You think you have won, Kyuubi? You're hardly mistaken. The others are inside the Kerumazo. The ten-tail is good as it's derived. I only needed a part of your chakra. What are you gonna do now? The statue is shaking violently. With me dead, no one able to control the statue, it will just come to life on its own in a weaker state, and will engage an all-out attack against the world until there's nothing left. So be it. We will stop it, Naruto and I. As Naruto and Kurama then finally, after killing him, Naruto then said, You killed him. I did, Naruto, you didn't. With my own chakra I did. Now let us move forward. We have a lot of problems to worry about. As on the other side, the 5 Kage Summit was called because everyone was worried about the huge golden fox that they all saw pass by. What do you mean your Jinchuriki has gone rogue and attacking the Akatsuki? Is he crazy? What are they even after? As Jiraiya then said, they were after the 10 tails. It's just a story, damn it, said Oniki. It's not a story, Oniki. The husk, it exists, and only a Rinnegan user can use it. And that was Nagato until Yojiro killed him. And now there is a complete different risk. What risk? Isn't it a good news that the husk is now just left as it is? Even if we have lost most of our Jinchurikis. Only one Jinchuriki remains, and that's Naruto and Kyuubi. The others are dead. I know, said A. I just don't want to talk about it. Listen, it's not about your emotions now, A. We have so much more to worry about. If there is no one left to control the 10-tailed husk, it will just come to life, and it will be a dangerous monster that will stop at nothing and consume everything in its path. This is serious then. What do you plan? For the time being, we don't know where the husk is. But one thing is for sure. But before they could say anything, they all felt a huge amount of chakra and killer intent. Something much more ferocious than they have ever felt in their lives. What is this? As even they all were cold sweating, even the Kages. This is the Ten Tails chakra. Oh no, we were late. It has revived. But before anything could happen, it turned back to normal state. What happened? As everyone remained quiet. I said, what happened, damn it? We don't know, said Jiraiya. We have to go. Someone track that source down where it came from. As one of the sensors then said, it came from this side. As they all followed that sensor, as the alliance now formed, they all arrived there to see that Naruto was standing there panting heavily, as he had cold sweat running over his body. And standing right next to him were the 8 Bijus and somewhat revived jinchurikis, as a huge figure was retracting back into the earth, as alongside it was the Ten Tails husk. The monster sent chills down their spine before it too retracted back, with the said being that was there. Who was that, Naruto? The King of Hell. I summoned him to revive the jinchurikis. As Naruto had a white strand of hair amongst all his blonde hair, what did you do? I used a bit of my life force and the Kyuubi's husk in exchange for the Bijus to be free and the Jinchurikis to be revived. As he dashed towards B and Yojiro, both of you, I'm sorry I was not able to protect you. As Temari, who was the acting Kage of time, rushed towards Gaara and gave him a hug. You're alive. You're back. And as for the other Jinchurikis, they too were happy to be alive. As Naruto, he was picked up by Fu. Thank you, number 9, for saving us all. And our friends as well. As all the Bijus were thankful. And the Kages were surprised that they could all speak and talk. As the Jinchurikis then said, this is what we have been trying to tell you. The Bijus, they are sentient beings. They're not our properties. As Naruto got up and said, they're right, Gigi. All of the Bijus are sentient beings. And us Jinchurikis, it is our right to be the bridge between you and them. They're not anyone's property, and they are not monsters as we all think. The tax, all of that is because we were the ones who initiated it. We, our first generation, was the one who thought that we should use them as weapons. And Hashirama-sama, even if he was a great shinobi and a great leader, he was the one who foolishly gave everyone the Biju, like it was a peace offering. And that was the thing that initiated the fight. He did not request them for their consent. He just took them down one by one. As Konoha felt ashamed, and so did Naruto as he apologized to Bijus on, his ancestors' behalf, as all the Jinchurikis were surprised that even more with having personality and humor, and even having fun with the Jinchurikis. And after that day, an alliance was formed, and everyone realized, aside from Kuma, because they already respected the Jinchurikis, that they all should work together and learn from these sentient beings that were created by the Sage himself. And there were a lot of rifts and changes in the whole shinobi system now. And the Jinchurikis were looked up as pillars of knowledge instead of the hated beings as they were supposed to be. And as for Naruto, his life was just turning out to be more greater than ever. He found love in Ino Yamanaka and married her. And Sasuke and Sakura, they ended up together as well. And his whole village adored him so much that he became the 5th Hokage at the earliest age because of the peace that he brought to this world, as well as became the bridge between the Bijus and the Jinchurikis alongside the other world as well. And he was also plus Yojiro Hanma's student, so yeah, that was a lot of damn thing in its own right. And as for Yojiro, his grave was made in the same way with the help of kunais as Naruto did in the canon universe with Jiraiya's grave. And he paid respect to his sensei every year as he visited him. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!